let's talk about mobile and tablet and how we can make everything responsive. So at the moment, we can see that this is how it looks like on a desktop. And to be honest, I actually don't think it looks too bad, maybe because I'm imagining it with a little bit better imagery and a little bit of text. But all in all, I actually think that you can literally copy this design, put in some relevant information, and probably start generating leads as long as you've got the traffic source to start doing it tomorrow. So let's go ahead and have a look at the mobile side of things. So if you click on responsive mode at the bottom, this little computer icon, and click on tablet, this has now changed it to tablet. And although it doesn't look too bad, you're probably thinking, oh, well, these buttons here don't look great. So how do we sort that? Well, actually really simple. So if you click on the column, and it's also important to remember what it is you've been doing. What are your previous steps? Because the question here that I could be asking is, well, did I shrink down the section here? Or have I added too much padding or too much margin? But I remembered that I changed the width of the columns. So all I need to do is click on the edit column width, and where it says column width here, and you can actually see you've got the tablets that you can change easily here. Just change that to 50. Okay, and now that's been pushed off because this column size is beyond 50, and we can only ever add things which is equal to 100 or 100%. So I'm going to click on this column and go ahead and do 50 as well. Okay, and now we've got those buttons the way it is. If you wanted this button to go further to this side, well, click on this column here and change this to 40 or 30, okay, or 38, okay, whatever you want. Now, I can, that was very simple, and what can I do? I can click on edit, copy, and paste style, okay, but it's not done it. So edit, copy, paste style. Okay, and you see now that's applied that width, and if I edit, copy, and paste style to this one, it's done just that. So you can see very quickly it creates those shortcuts. Now, in theory, when you're building your site, you are, after every little thing that you've done, so if you've created this about us, this text, and these buttons here, and you already kind of know what sort of layout you're having like this, then you know, well, before you add these here, to check the mobile, and then you can very quickly just duplicate all of this once you've already approved it on mobile and tablet, and that will save you from manually doing what I just did there. It really depends on, you know, how much planning that you do beforehand, but either way, it doesn't take long to correct little issues. Now, I'm actually happy with this, but I want to add a little bit more spacing. And if you remember, we actually added 30 pixels all around it in padding in this column on the right. So let's go ahead and click Edit Column, Advanced, and where it says padding, just go ahead and change it. And I'm going to change it to 20 pixels, maybe a bit more, maybe 50, and that looks a little bit better. Okay, and I'm happy with that on a tablet. But what about a mobile? So again, where it says responsive mode, click on responsive and then mobile. Okay, and now this is what it looks like on a mobile, and you've got lots of cool things that you can do. Okay, with mobile, you need to remember that you want things to be really easy for people, because people browsing on a mobile have a lot shorter attention span and aren't as focused as people browsing on a desktop. You know, I'll let you do your own due diligence on those facts, but it is factual. Okay, so, you know, what do we do with this? Well, I want to maybe text align this in the center, so I can click on it and text align. And I want to text align this text as well. So go ahead, style and typography, alignment and center. Okay, now you might be thinking, well, is this affecting my desktop mode or my tablet mode? Well, very simple to check. Just go ahead, click responsive mode, tablet, and you can see that's not aligned in the center. Go to desktop, and again, it's not aligned in the center. So these amendments that you're making are only being applied to the device that you've specifically told Elementor to apply it to. So about us, and again, center, and again, center. Okay, now we're back to here. So do you remember this is actually, I think, something like 40% column width, and this is something like 60, so there's not enough room here. So what can we do? Well, let's go ahead and start playing with column width. So 30%, 50%, okay, and let's change this one to 50% as well. And now you can see they're perfectly aligned, just like that. And if you do copy, paste style, copy, and paste style, boom, just like that. And again, copy, paste style, and paste style in this one, and there you go. And again, if you wanted to, do the same here, copy, paste style, and paste style, and you can see very quickly that it starts shaping up, but there's now some space. So quickly going back to the margins, click on the element, advanced, margin, okay, unlink it, and 20, and again copy and paste style, and there you go. So already on mobile it looks really good, and it's already more responsive than most of small business websites, because they don't really think about mobile, making it mobile friendly or tablet friendly or anything those lines. So there you go. And all we want to do now is, I'm just going to go ahead, copy, and just paste style. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and update it and view page. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to minimize it a little bit. Okay, and what you can see is it's going to start taking shape. So it starts off like this. This is desktop, and if we shrink it down, keep shrinking it, you can see things are starting to happen, and keep going. And once it's on an actual mobile device, you'll be able to see it looks a hell of a lot better. But we're just going to open this up, and there we go. And you can add as much or as little as you want. Go ahead and refresh, and there you go. So that's all you really need to know about how you can actually, let me show you how to hide things on a mobile, because I nearly forgot about that. So go back to the area, and if you click on desktop, mobile, let's say that you didn't want to show, for whatever reason, this offer here. Well, click edit column, advanced, responsive, and now you can see hide on desktop, hide on tablet. So we just want to hide this on mobile. Okay, and now you can see that's now shrunken out, and I'm going to go ahead and update it and go to desktop, and you can see it's back to action, still okay, now mobile, and it's shaded out. Go here, refresh the page, minimize it, scroll down, and it's gone. But if we open it, you can see it's back. Go here, gone, back. Okay, so that is how you hide elements. It's really that simple. And again, it's completely up to you what you want to hide, what you don't want to hide. But that's it. That is how simple, responsive design is now. It used to be a pain in the ass, because you used to need to put in something called media queries, and you had to change elements. And oh my gosh, it was a nightmare. I hated it. But since this tool came out, it's made everything simple.